Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Friday and happy Valentine's Day. So we are going to be working on something that has red in it for Valentine's Day, but we're actually using green. I know, go figure. So we will be working up here. I'm trying to finish this plant that's sitting on some kind of shelving thing behind her. And yesterday I worked a little bit of her fan. Before I forget, the color today is 986. And I'm working on a red symbol. Yeah, yesterday I got, oh dear, I'm gonna have to move it again. And of course it's all folded up. But I got that much done of the fan yesterday. I didn't finish all of that. I was trying to finish the thread that I had out. And yeah, that was as far as I got on this. But I just kind of wanted to work on this again. And yeah, so here we are. Yesterday was a great day. The sun was out, very little wind. It was awesome. And I stayed home. Yep. About as far as I got was the mailbox. But I sat and I stitched on this. And I started on that one, I don't know what it's called. Something apples and something. It was that long skinny one. So you'll probably see it sometime this weekend. Yeah. But I just started on one of the flowers at the very top. And of course I do, before I forget, have this sideways because it's the only way that I can stitch on it. And I've got my little girl needle minder. So, yeah. Whoops. Oh, I thought I didn't. Never mind. Some days. So yeah, that's basically all I worked on yesterday. I wanted to work some more on Colorful Town, but yeah, I wanted to make some more progress on this and see if we could just finish up this bush thing. And then we can say we got that part done. My goodness gracious. Yeah, didn't go anywhere. Watched some Netflix, watched some YouTube. Just kind of off and on. Took a 2.5-hour nap because evidently I needed it. Sometimes days are like that. Didn't even set an alarm. Just laid down. So, yeah. So that is about the extent of my big day yesterday. What did I have? Oh, I had leftover fried chicken for dinner. I know, isn't that exciting? I got, oh, I usually get just, sometimes I get 8 pieces, but I don't know when I got this, but I put it in the freezer. So I had 2 legs. I didn't eat it all, believe me. I had 2 legs and a thigh in there, so got it out. And yeah, it was pretty good. So trying to get some stuff out of that freezer, because this is the time of year when, yeah, you don't want to have to cook too much. Let me bring it down so you can see a little bit better. Whoop, I went way too far. Whoa, sorry, my bad. Okay, I'll leave it alone. Yeah. But this is nice and easy. It's not hard to stitch on. It's not totally confettied. Like, oh my goodness. I think it's Watertown Memory. That thing has so much confetti in it sometimes. It's a little hard to deal with, so we pressed the easy button and just got this out. And it's not too bad sitting on my lap when I'm stitching, I don't have to hold so much. I did finally, I don't think I can get it there. I put a clip there to hold it down so that I don't have to grab so much material in my hand. So yeah, yesterday was nice after all that wind and cold weather, and yeah, it was terribly cold in here when I got home. What was it? Last night. Not last night. Wednesday night. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm telling you. Some days. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that other part over there. I did have to break open one of the, you know how they had extra, we'll call them hanks or skeins of thread with this. I don't know if you remember or not, but yeah. So I had to break one open. I'm keeping them all separate. Try not to miss this stitch right here. I do that especially in dark thread because I can't see it too well. So we'll see. I don't know where we're going after we get this, potted plant, I guess, finished or not. I'll keep working on the fan. I thought it was going to be in a different shade of blue, but it wasn't nearly as blue as I thought. Now, maybe after I get all the, what do you call it? The surrounding things. Whoops, wrong. The surrounding, I gotta put my needle up, sorry. Colors in around it, it'll look bluer. That happens sometimes. So it just depends. I have no idea where this is all going. Get a hold of my thread here. I guess we'll scooch down a bit and go right here, because it seems to kind of be in the middle. And before I forget, I did have a viewer send me a picture of a project they finished. Thank you for sending it. It's beautiful. And that looks like something I could do because it's granny squares. Now, can't remember if it had flowers in the middle of those. Those might be a little difficult for me, but if it's just granny squares, I can make granny squares in my sleep. Because my grandmother made several granny square afghans in various shades and colors, not just the normal, I call it normal, you know, the ones with the black around it. She used all colors. But thank you for sending it to me. It was lovely. I sure do appreciate it. If anybody else has any projects, hang on just a second. All right, I'm back. If anybody else has any projects they're working on or projects they've finished, does not have to be cross stitch. It can be whatever craft you are into. Please send me a picture. Kind of give a little description, you know, hey, it is, and this is what it is. You know, you don't have to necessarily send a picture of, like if it's not finished, you don't have to send me a picture of what it's going to look like finished, unless you want to. I'll put them both in, and that way we can kind of get the whole rounded picture. But just send it to me, and I'll get it into the next Stitch With Me. It won't be on any of the reviews. It'll be on the Stitch With Me in the afternoon. Or on Saturdays when I have the the February Saturday stitching. Okay, do we go left? Do we go right? I guess we're going to go this way. Couldn't figure out which direction to go. This thing is kind of spiky, so I'm never really... It's just like meandering. It's not all in one place. But I do like this. No, I don't like it. I love this. It is so pretty. And I can hardly wait to start using all the red colors for their dresses and doing their hair and all that kind of stuff. It'll be fun. But it's an easy, easy stitch. I know, so far, right? Doesn't have tons of back stitching and half cross stitches and 40 other things you got to be concerned with, and then be only a 40 by 40. Holy cow. Some days they try to get way too much in one area. But I would like to finish this plant. Come here. Hopefully you can tell where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'm trying not to do too much hop skipping. I will stop and start. Oh, you dork. Of course it had to get hooked into the one hook that's sitting there. Oh my goodness. It's beyond me some days. So I apologize for stopping and starting here. Was going to work on some of my beaded cross stitch this weekend too, because it seems like forever since I have worked on beaded cross stitch. I like it as well. I was watching some YouTube videos on silk. Dagnabbit, missed it too. On silk cross stitch, no, yeah, not cross stitch, embroidery. I like watching them do that. I think it's fascinating. I know, I could sit there for hours. It just amazes me. Didn't get any snow yesterday, not at all. So, who knows? Maybe the wind blew it all out of here. There's one I missed right there. Like I said, sometimes the dark colors I miss crossing over something, especially if I go in one direction, only putting down a half cross stitch. Yeah, happens all the time. Hopefully I've caught them all. So what is everybody else working on? I hope you're working on something you love, something that's fun, something that's not too terribly complicated, unless that's what you're into, because, you know, sometimes I really want to do something complicated and kind of challenging, but others, not so much. It's like, holy cow, really? I wanted to also get out that, I don't know what it's called. I'll call it Victorian street scene. I really like that picture. It's beautiful. So I think it'll be great too. And since I started with, what do you call it, a mixed stitch on that one, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, right? Because that's the worst part, that, you know, you might as well just keep going, to me that will happen, but at least it's 14 count. I'm real hesitant on using half cross stitches on 11 count. Ouch, that was me. Just because of, I can't figure out what to make 2 strands of and what to make 1 of. I don't know, it just kind of paralyzes me. I know that doesn't make too much. I lost my clip, could you tell? So we'll just stick with things that have single colors. But does that bother anybody else doing the mixed stitches? I don't know, maybe I'm making too much of it. To me, it's kind of like the company couldn't decide which color to use, so let's just use them both. And let them figure it out, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, I barely got on to half cross stitch, so that's been something new in the past couple of years. It just does, when I'm doing it, it doesn't seem right. It seems like I ought to be crossing all those stitches. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Just crazy crackers. Okay, we got that part done. Well, almost. I said that, and then I can find the hole to finish it. Come on. So, if I finish that little part, at least we'll have the bottom part done. Right? Is that how that works? Yeah, I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do, but I don't do it very often. I just didn't feel like stopping and starting. I could have gone up, but I want to finish this area. Such a beautiful canvas color. I like that tan brown. It's just beautiful. And it makes things look more antique, and I just love antique things. Always have. I swear, from the time I knew what it was, probably about 8 or 10 years old, I've been in love ever since, and that's been 60 years, so I love going to antique stores. Do you like antiques, or do you like things that are new? Just asking for a friend. Just asking. Yay! We got that part done. Now if I can just get a hold of it. Maybe. And hold it long enough to tack it down. All right, look at that. Oh, well, you can't see it all, maybe. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I think you can probably see better in the camera than in person. But there are 3 different shades in here. So very nice. Alright guys, thank you for joining me for Valentine's stitch on something that wasn't red except for the symbol. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.